Peace and blessings, YouTube, and welcome back to Casa de la Madamas. Okay. What I'm going to be talking about today is love spells, things of that nature. So, I've had a couple of people reach out to me recently. One particular person who is married and their spouse, according to that person, was cheating. So this person is petitioning me to do a love spell on their mate in order to keep their mate with them. Now, what gets me is that this brother is greeting me with hoteps and all this brotherhood shit and pro-black type mess, right? Like my last video says, human behavior really does draw a question mark over my head. I'm learning slowly that all skin folk ain't my kin folk. Like, the shit is really starting to sink in now. Like, for real. And here's my thing, black people. Especially black people. But not secluded just to black people, okay? Under one breath, you say, give us free. Give us our 40 acres and a mule. Give us reparations. My whole concept on this is, what the fuck did you do to earn any reparations? So then the response usually goes, well, my ancestors, they did this. They helped build this country and all that. Yet you don't revere them. Yet you don't honor them. Yet you don't uplift your ancestors. Instead, you want to put people in bondage the same way that your ancestors was put in bondage. But in under the same breath, you got the audacity to say hotep to me? Wow. You know, so let me just go ahead and put this out here. I do spiritual work, but the work I tend to do is about healing. You know what I'm saying? Overcoming obstacles. Not putting people in bondage. That's not what I'm about. If I'm going to be sitting up here preaching about the ancestors, why would I be trying to bind somebody to somebody else? And then I hate when people be like, well, you shouldn't be judgmental and all this other shit. Yeah, bitch, I'm a Libra. I judge. That's what the fuck I do, unapologetically, okay? Man, do not, y'all like, man, seriously, though, like, I think a lot of people really need to really do some soul searching and really take an inventory of their core beliefs. Because, like, I'm so detached, so it's hard for me to fathom how somebody would want to hold somebody to them that don't obviously want to be with you. Nobody owes you anything. Like, I know in marriage you make a pact with God, but I don't think nowhere in that clause does it say that you can't get a divorce if shit don't work out. That's what they don't talk about. So with that being said, when your time is up, your time is up. Truth is a hard pill to swallow, but swallow it. You need that medicine, sweetheart. I swear to God, yo, I'm a very loving person. But I do not ever want to force my will on somebody. Like, if a person lose interest in me for whatever reason, or they choose not to be with me, you can ask anybody I dated. Like, you free to go. I'm not holding you on a leash. So I will not do no type of work to bind somebody to somebody. You understand? But I will return that energy to its sender with a vengeance. Oh, yeah. But seriously, though, why do people, like, I really want some feedback. Please, YouTube, give me some feedback on as to why people feel like they can own somebody's soul, or like they can manipulate somebody's free will. That shit, like, I know it's people out here that do stuff like that, but like, why? Why? Humans are irritating. Why the fuck I want to be tied to somebody like that I know don't really give a fuck about me? I don't understand why people do this shit. Why you want to do love spells? Are you juiceless? Are you unworthy? You can't get a mate on your own from your own character or personality? So you gonna spiritually force somebody to be with you? I mean, if I really wanted to, I could do a love spell, but I ain't. I refuse to do it for myself or anybody else. Ew. I don't get you. I don't understand humans. Like, how can a black person want to talk about reparations and I don't like white people because of what their ancestors did to my ancestors? But you'll work a white man's job, won't you? Oh, yeah. You know, people, like, come on, man. Y'all know the stories, the horrific stories of what our ancestors went through. Don't you think that binding and love spells is a form of slavery? Newsflash. Is that light bulb going off over your head? Yeah. The fuck is wrong with y'all? So I said all that to say this. Don't come to my inbox. Don't comment under my post or under my videos asking me to do some binding spell work to bind somebody to you with your desperate ass. I want you to feel bad. You should. The fuck? Everybody has free will. This is what our ancestors fought for, us to have our own voice and to be our own selves. And then the sad part is that you want to bind somebody to you, but don't want to address why the motherfucker want to leave you. And you ain't willing to change your ways or try to correct the situation or try to compromise. It's your ego versus their willpower. And fuck you. And for those who have the intentions to want to do that type of shit to people, I pray you fall victim to that shit so you could see what it feels like. You need to know what that shit feels like. Y'all got to get it together, man. I'm telling you, this is why I stay in isolation. People and they moon signs and all they hidden secrets, and they wear the facade so fucking well, man. Ooh. 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 Yeah, I'll stay right here in my little bubble. But if y'all looking for healing, you need some clarity in your life, you want to get past a traumatic situation, call me, okay? That's what I'm here for. All that binding and love spelling dumbass shit, I ain't with that. And I blatantly declare and decree that I don't respect people that do that. I don't respect the workers that do that. I don't respect the roots, women and men that do shit like that. I don't care to understand that shit. It's wrong. It's dead ass wrong. Who the fuck are you to try to force your will on somebody that don't want your ass? Find somebody that's compatible with you. Or do some introspection before you want to try to bind somebody to your toxic ass. Get it together, folks.